What's up, everybody? Ben here with the Spirit of Running, and today we're talking about the On Cloudmonster Hyper. For the men, the shoe is going to weigh in at 9.6 ounces. For women, it's going to weigh in at 7.4 ounces. It has a 6mm drop and retails for $220. Alright, let's start from the bottom up. When we look at the outsole, there's quite a bit of rubber on the bottom of the shoe. There is still some exposed midsole material. While this does save weight, it does reduce the overall durability of the shoe. And I think On has done a really good job of finding that weight to durability ratio. They've provided rubber for grip and for sustainability and longevity where it's necessary, while reducing some of the weight by leaving some of that exposed EVA, especially here on the inside of the outsole where most runners are not going to be putting a lot of wear and tear on the shoe. I have found that the rubber is nice and grippy. It has worn down just a little bit on the roads, but not in a way that I think it's going to reduce the longevity of the shoe. I've even taken this shoe off-road, not on anything crazy, but it does, I think, do a better job than a lot of the other super trainers on the market of being a more versatile shoe than just a road trainer. As we look at the midsole of the shoe, we see On's traditional Cloud Tech bubbles here in the back. The midsole overall is made with the On Helion Super Foam. So we have a full layer of it here in the back, and then the Helion cage in the forefoot surrounds a nice thick layer of Piva material. On is calling this the bounce board. They've gotten rid of the speed board, and in place they put the speed board in this bounce board. Pardon me. It gives it that super trainer feel of a really nice, like, bouncy propulsive shoe, and it gives more cushion in the forefoot as well. I think a lot of shoes have gravitated towards putting a lot of cushion in the heel. With this shoe, On has kind of reversed that feeling, and while we still have a lot of cushion here in the heel, it's I would say a firmer cushioning. And then as we get into the forefoot, where some shoes might get that sense of bottoming out as it moves into the toe spring, we get extra cushion, we get extra bounce, and I've been a really big fan of this shoe. The upper is by far one of the most premium uppers that I've ever put on my foot. It's a really nice, it looks fantastic, but it feels incredible. It hugs the foot nicely, very breathable material. Has a lot of cushion around the heel collar. The other thing that I love about this upper is the quality of the laces. The lacing on this shoe has like a silicone band on one side of the lace. So as you tie it, it gives a really nice lockdown feel. If you're a single knotter and you just hate the idea of a double knot, I don't think you're gonna have any issue with these laces coming undone. Not the most important factor in a shoe, but it's just that attention to detail and that quality of care that they put into this particular shoe. I think that this is the best shoe that On has ever made. And I say that having tried on a fair number of shoes from On. They've always had incredible design and incredible materials that go into the shoe, but they had never really figured out how to make a great running shoe until the last couple of years. And we've seen better and better running shoes coming from On, and I've been excited about what the brand is doing, and I think that this shoe is the culmination of that progression. Runners and walkers, I think that this is a shoe that almost anybody can wear and feel really good in. Because there's no speed board, you actually get to feel the benefits of the Cloud Tech that I think you lose in some of the other shoes that have that nylon speed board in there. And then I think when you combine that with the PIBA material in the forefoot, it gives it a really nice stability no matter what pace that you're running. So I've used this shoe, for everything from walking the dog to pushing into like my tempo and my interval pacing. And it feels really nice and stable through all that. And some of the faster up tempo shoes to me feel much less stable when I'm walking, because this shoe is kind of half Helion foam, half PIBA material, and the fact that Helion foam is in the back, in the heel here, I find that this is probably one of the most stable super shoes, whether we're talking racing shoe or super trainer, that's on the market right now. And I've found that it's very amenable to runners and walkers of all paces, and I think that while this is in that super trainer category because of the price point and the technology that has gone into it, it's very accessible for anybody looking to just get their daily miles in and have a really good run and a good workout. This is kind of a small thing. One of the things that I have found as it's gotten rainier and rainier in Houston, I haven't nailed it down yet, but I do get a little bit of squeak on wet days. When I'm running in dry conditions, no sounds coming out of the shoe. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem with the shoe. It's just one of those things to be aware of. For walkers, I think that it's because it's more stable in the heel and then softer in the forefoot. As you move through the stride, it's just really comfortable and it has a really good feel. If you're casually walking or if you're power walking, it's just very, very, very smooth. And I think that it's going to be a really good ride, throughout. If you're taking the shoe to the gym, I think for most people, this is not going to be an issue. The fit is really nice and the shoe is very stable overall. So I really have no issue like taking this to the gym, getting my run in on the treadmill, and then going straight into a lifting workout with the shoe on. Two caveats to that being that it does have a higher stack height. So if I'm strapping into a cardio machine like a bike or a rower, there could be an issue with that. Right now, it only comes in two colors, the white and green, and then they call it like a mauve and flame, which is a very light, almost kind of purplish upper, lavender maybe, and with an orange base. Both of these, if you strap the shoe into a rower, just expect that nice black stripe across the front of the shoe. That's probably not going to come out. For a typical trip to the gym, I think the shoe is going to do really well for you. It's going to move well, it's going to feel good, and you're going to have a really nice stable platform to work from. As a work shoe, I love it. I think that it looks good, it feels good. It's a shoe that I would feel good standing on my feet in for a full 8 to 12 hour shift. Again, the only downside is that it comes in the two colors, and if those colors don't fall into your work color flow, or if you work in an industry where there's going to be some staining, right now it might not be the best shoe to work in for that factor. But when it comes to a shoe that you can really feel comfortable in, that you can move well in, I think it's fantastic. And if that is in your budget for a work shoe, I say definitely go for it, because I think it's super comfortable. It's very stable, and whether you're standing all day or you're moving around and you're kind of all over the place, I think you got a really great option. All right, if you have any questions, drop those in the comment section. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go visit spiritofrunning.com for more written reviews and all the videos we posted there as well. Hope you have a good one. Stay safe and keep moving forward.